What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and in this video we will be going on a trip. We are headed to New York City for a couple of days, and we're gonna be taking a train to Boston afterwards and then coming back to LA. And so I just wanted to do something a little different to share with you all.
Before I get started, some of you may be looking for Tesla content, so here it is. We left our Model X long range at 77% state of charge and the Model Y Performance at 68% state of charge parked in the garage. Neither are plugged in. Temperature was probably floating around 80 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Windows are slightly open, HVAC turned off, and Sentry mode are disabled because we're at home and inside the garage. After 7 days of no usage, both vehicles lost 2% state of charge. I probably checked the app a couple of times, but there you go. Last year we flew to Philippines for 5 weeks. We had a Model 3 long range and Model Y long range 7-seater at that time. We lost, I think, 15% state of charge. I was checking the cars more often on that trip. So for those who are curious about leaving your cars at a long period of time, that's just an example right there. It may be different for your situation, but our cars are just parked in the garage. Now that's out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this video.
First we took an Uber from the house to LAX, and it was $140. A Suburban picked us up, and we were gonna just get a regular Uber X, I think. And I was like, man, if we get a Corolla or like a Civic, we're gonna be in trouble as far as space, because there's 4 of us. The whole family is going. We have 2 bags each, 2 carry-on luggages, so we're like, you know what, let's get an Uber X. And the person who picked us up is actually Uber Black, so he had a Suburban, and so it was a really nice ride. I almost felt like it was larger than our Model X, but at the same time, like, man, I wish the suspension on this Suburban was like our Model X. It wasn't too bad of a ride, but yeah, I'm just not used to riding other cars anymore. So we arrive at LAX, I think around 4 o'clock. Our original flight, like our departure, was supposed to be like 9:30 or 9:40. Then on the way to the airport, got a text that the flight's delayed for an hour. So we have American Express Platinum, and the benefits, one of the benefits of it is being able to enjoy the many partners that they have in the airport. And so we're flying Delta Airlines, and they have a what is this, like a club, Delta Sky Club or something like that. And so the card holder is free, and the guest is $50 each. So we have to pay $150 for me and the 2 boys. And I think it's worth it, because airport food is expensive. So the last trip we went to Philippines last year, international flight, and I just wanted like a sandwich and like a drink and some chips. That sucker was like $32. Here for $50, it's like a buffet style, all you can eat, and they have like cocktail shrimp, they have salad, they have what else do they have, like hummus and tacos, some chips. Man, the dessert's pretty good. Free alcohol, there's certain alcohols are free. Man, I think for $50 per person, it is really a great benefit to take advantage of. So if you have good credit, go get one. And if you travel a lot, but if you're single, go find a partner with a better credit than you and go get yourself American Express Platinum. Enjoy the perks if you do a lot of traveling. Didn't even know, because we usually drive, so, but we're not gonna drive to the East Coast from California. So we got another text, and the flight's delayed again. So instead of leaving originally at like 9:40, now it's leaving at 11:40 p.m. and we're probably gonna get there around, I think, 8 o'clock, 8 in the morning Eastern time. So I don't know if it's due to the weather and stuff, so hopefully the weather gets better, so when we arrive we can actually do the whole tourist thing. I haven't been to New York since 1993, when I was like in 8th grade. So that was like our summer trip, and we actually did drive from California to the East Coast, and I think we were gone for like a month, but that was the last time I was in New York. So I'm a little excited, and so hopefully the boys are gonna have fun. We're gonna be taking a train to Boston after a few days. My son loves trains, so we decided we'll just take the train. And then Abby has a conference in Boston next week, so hopefully weather clears up and we're just gonna hang out and just relax. So come along with us on this trip. I'm gonna be taking some video, taking pictures, vlogging, so a little different on this video. And I hope you enjoy, and I hope we enjoy as well. All right, 3 hours delay and 5-hour trip, and we're in New York. So we're gonna figure this out. I think we're gonna be taking some trains to our hotel.
We arrived at JFK Airport the following morning. The flight was fine. It was non-stop from LA to New York. When flying domestic, we try to find direct flights. It's a bit more expensive, but less issues and hassle, especially traveling with kids. From JFK, we took the air train to Jamaica. I believe this is Jamaica, Queens. This is where the Long Island Railroad starts. Forgive me for the names, I'm not familiar with this area and I'm going from memory. There's usually a fee to ride this, but I guess we were early or it was the weekend that they didn't charge us. If you are following me on Instagram during this trip, I did my best to post with music from artists from the area we were in. One thing I noticed right off the bat, there are no solar panels on the roofs, and the houses were skinny and tall, similar to San Francisco. I'm from Southern California, so it's very interesting to me. I was very amazed at how convenient traveling is when there's a usable railway system. From Jamaica, we took the train to Penn Station in Manhattan.
Okay, so we took some trains and now we are at a destination. We are staying at the New Yorker, not the Continental where John Wick stays at, but this is where pretty much everything is. We're right in the middle of everything. The hotel isn't really what we're accustomed to, but as far as location, it's great actually. Everything is like around it. So we're gonna go and get some food and we're gonna go and hang out.
The New Yorker is an old hotel. It's kind of pricey, but what you're paying for is its location. Times Square is just a few blocks away. Madison Square Garden is across the street. Lots of food places. The train station for Boston is also across the street. We were on the 34th floor. The ice machines are located only on the 33rd and 36th floor. It's kind of weird. We're used to Vegas hotels where all floors had their own ice machine, and sometimes our room has a full-size fridge. A few things on my food list though are pizza, of course, cheesecake, hot dog, pretzel, and bagels. Right down the street, there is a pizza joint called Pizza Suprema. We're not really familiar with it, so we just Googled and that was the closest one with pretty good reviews. So we went to check it out and oh man, it's delicious. I think we had 2 slices each and the kids weren't able to finish them, so I ended up finishing their slices. But very, very delicious. On the way back, I also tried some pretzels from one of the like vendors on the street. No, don't. Yuck. We started making our way to Times Square. Like I said, it's only a few blocks away. It started sprinkling. The weather in New York was very humid with some rain. I was not liking this weather at all. It started to rain more, so we decided to go inside the bus terminal. This is the Port Authority. We made our way to Times Square. From TV and movies, it seemed like a bigger place. But the actual place is about a block or 2 blocks big. I'm not going to say it was underwhelming. This is a great experience. I just thought it was larger than what it was. There were many lights, many people, and it was lively. The Ninja Turtle movie ads were all over the place. By the way, that was a good movie. I got to see the area where they filmed Spider-Man 2, the scene with Jamie Foxx as Electro. We needed to find dinner. We found a place called Urban Hawker. They had Singaporean food. We ordered different things and it was pretty good. We continued to walk around the city. We saw Radio City, the place they filmed The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. I thought they recorded that thing in Burbank, California. It's really a beautiful night. The weather cooled down a little bit. Kids were enjoying a different scenery. we of course had to check out Grand Central Station. Fun fact, my oldest son Aiden, who loves train, pretty much led the way most of the East Coast trip. He learned the railway system and directed us where to go and when. Also, we used Apple Pay to pay for all our train rides. Very convenient. We started making our way back to our hotel. Rather than walk back, we took the subway. It's been a long day. Again, Aiden led the way and became our guide. I would be fed up with him talking about trains non-stop when he was younger, but it's paying off on this trip. The subway stations were pretty hot, and the humidity made it worse, I thought. But as soon as you got on the train, there's air conditioning. Day 3, we started our morning by going to the Natural History Museum. Abby got like a tour package somewhere. We get to pick like 3 different places and the tickets are bundled into the price. I'm not really sure about the details. I just tag along and freeload. The museum is right next to Central Park. I really wanted to go there, but the weather was not cooperating. I'm pretty bummed out. The museum is huge and the park right next to it is huge. next location is the September 11 Memorial Museum. This is where the World Trade Center tower stood. It started to rain harder when we arrived. This is one of the locations that was part of our tour package. I got a little emotional going inside. The museum itself is built around the old towers. You can still see parts of what was left. I remember this day. Even though I was across the country in California, it felt like it happened in LA. I was in college at that time in Pomona, and news was coming in. It didn't seem real. They played audio from people as you walk, 911 calls, interviews. They had video clips from the news and people recording from their own cameras. I don't think cell phones were as high tech as they are now back then. But yeah, this one was a tough one to go through, but you should come see it. It was past lunchtime and we were getting hungry. I reached out to friends and a couple told me to check out Katz Deli. The line was outside and half a block long. They said it's not the usual traffic and we're lucky it's not that busy. I'm glad we waited. It was worth it. We ordered the pastrami, the roast beef, and the corned beef. Also had a pint of porter, I think from a local brewery. The pastrami was wow. They give you 2 tickets when you go in. One you give when you order, the other is when you exit that proves you paid for your food. I think that's the reason for it. But you gotta come and check this place out. It's really good. Next stop is Wall Street. We got to see the New York Stock Exchange. This was on a Sunday, so no trading was happening. There is a church at the end of the street we checked out. It's Trinity Church. It was beautiful inside and out. Down the street is the Charging Bull of Wall Street. There was a line to take a photo. They say if you rub his bulls, it brings good luck. You know me, I grabbed a handful like it was my own, even both hands. Get that luck all over my hands and wrists. We continued to walk the city at night. I didn't know there was a Dyson store. We checked out the Rockefeller Center, then we went to Top of the Rock. Okay, so we are here at top of the rock. It's like 67 or 69 floors up. 69. Great view of the city. And there is the regular view, which we're at, and there is VIP, where you don't have the glass. We finally found the halal guys, but the line was too long. It was close to midnight, so we just got some shawarma. It was good. On the way back, we ran into Juniors, but they were also already closed, so we just called it a night. Today we had planned to do a bus tour where you ride a double-decker bus through Manhattan. I learned a lot of stuff during this bus tour. One is NoHo and SOHO. North of Houston and south of Houston. I always thought it was pronounced Houston, but I guess here they pronounce it Houston. There is also Uptown, Midtown, and Downtown in the borough of Manhattan. There's an area called Tribeca, which stands for Triangle Below Canal Street. There's the Greenwich Village. It's very expensive here. They say that Jay-Z and Beyonce got a house over here. Also, hearing all this stuff made me want to do a bus tour in LA and learn about its history. So check out the timestamps or check out the lower third. I've put some areas of interest during this tour. I hope you enjoy. So during the tour, I had earbuds on to listen to the actual tour guide. And so you couldn't hear anything as I'm recording, but in some of the places I would make
audio notes, and so as I'm playing these videos back, that's how I'm basing some of the areas of the footage. I could be wrong in some of them.
finally got to try juniors. Kids had their usual burgers, but we were here for the desserts. We got some milkshakes and the cheesecake. Whew, it was delicious. Actually, many of the places we tried have good cheesecake, even the restaurant below our hotel. There are some reports of a juniors location opening in Las Vegas sometime in the future. I can't wait. We started heading our way to Pier 16. This is where we caught a boat ride and took a tour around the bay and to Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty. I checked out Google Maps and didn't realize the Statue of Liberty is actually on the New Jersey side. The boat traveled under the Brooklyn Bridge and Manhattan Bridge. It was a great tour. The only thing I could complain about is we got there early so we could make sure we had good seats. But everyone is allowed to move around the boat, so people just hung out along the rails to catch the view. The boys couldn't see well, but it was still a good experience. The Brooklyn Bridge at night is just awesome. I hope you enjoy the photos and the videos. A couple of shout outs and thank yous to Ronald, my cousin from Jersey, my cousin Joanna. She has a travel vlog and tips linked in the description below. My friend Adrian and Melissa, they all helped us and got tips from them during this trip. This was our last night in New York. We are traveling to Boston by train the next morning. I'll do another video on that, so please stay tuned. If you liked the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.